Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're going to be taking a look at 5 ideas that I've had for various different features that could be added into Minecraft. Now none of these are official, these are all off the top of my head, they're just various different things that I think would make the game just a little bit better. Now one thing that I want to say before we begin is if you do have any suggestions for other Minecraft features and things, please let me know down in the comment section because I'd love to hear your opinion. And if you do enjoy these sorts of videos, please be sure to hit that like button and I'll be sure to make more of them. But anyway, how about we crack straight on and I'll show you what I've got for you. So to start things off, we're going to be taking a look at slime blocks. Now pretty much everyone will agree that slime blocks are an awesome feature in the game and they have opened up a large number of possibilities because they can push and pull large quantities of blocks relatively easily. But one of the main problems is that you've got the 12 block push limit. Once you go over that, you get yourself a few little problems. So I propose that we get 2 different types of slime blocks. You've got the green slime block and you've got the blue slime block. Now the blue slime block is exactly the same as the green slime block, it has the same 12 block push limit, it still sticks to all of the blocks, pulls them back and forth, and it still launches entities around, but the big news is that this doesn't stick to this, and this doesn't stick to this. Now what that would mean is that you can have 2 slime block based circuits running directly next to one another without them sticking together, and that would open up a lot of possibilities in the slime block mechanics department. I personally got really excited when these were added to the game because I thought that we were going to be able to interact with them using redstone, but sadly, this is just not the case. As soon as you do anything redstone related to them, they break and whatever they're holding falls down into the ground. So I suggest that Mojang introduce a pulley based system that would add a whole new mechanical element to Minecraft. For example, you could attach a bucket to the end of a pulley, it could be lowered down using some form of cog based system, perhaps powered by a water mill or some form of windmill. That bucket would then fill up with water and then it could be retracted back up, you would have a full bucket of water and it would all be done using mechanical different elements. Of course the contraption that I've just said there is a little bit silly, but I'm sure with various different mechanical bits like that we could get very creative with what we build. Recently it was April the 1st and I got you guys good. In fact, some of you were very disappointed to find out that the feature that I made up wasn't actually real. I said that bluestone was introduced into the game and this will allow you to run 2 wires directly next to one another. And I know this was an April Fool's thing and it was all meant to be a joke, but I personally would really love to see that added to the game because it will allow us to compact our circuits right the way down. Speaking of April Fools, we are going to be taking a look at ender hoppers. This was my April Fool's Day joke for 2014. I made up the fact that hoppers could now remove items from ender chests, and although this was all a little bit silly and was all meant to be a joke, I actually think this would be quite good if it was done in a certain way. For example, in a lot of mod packs, you can hook 2 ender chests together through a process of color coding. Now that means that you can pump a bunch of items in at one end, then they travel through thin air into the other ender chest and can be removed and put into a centralized storage system. Now this would be very good for automation and the transportation of items, but sadly it's one of those things that I can't imagine Mojang would ever add. It's a bit of a shame, but I suppose we can hope. Now all of the features that I've mentioned so far have been relatively serious, all to do with redstone and different additions to the game. This final one is just a little bit silly, but I think it's quite cool. Personally, I think that drying out sponges is a little bit long-winded. Having to dry them out in a furnace takes quite a long time, and one thing that I think would be quite nice is if you could put a bunch of wet sponges in item frames out in the sun and then they dry out. So you can place them all in there, wait maybe 30 seconds or so, then they'll all dry out in the sun and you'll be able to pick them up and continue placing them down. This could actually speed things up, but most importantly it means that you don't have to use up coal, which could otherwise be used for smelting other things. Like I say, it's a little bit silly, but it'll be a fun little thing to do. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That rounds up today's video, and once again I feel the need to mention that none of these things that I've mentioned in today's video are currently being added into the game, but I personally think they would be really quite cool. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching guys, this has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.